I love BookTube. I would never do anything to hurt BookTube. The BookTube community is very important to me. Hello and welcome back to Bookish. Today I thought I would take on a topic that I've been thinking about recently, and that is the ways in which BookTube is like a cult. You know, dealing with some people online who are a part of what I would consider to be a cult devoted to restoring to power a certain former president has led me to kind of think about things that make something a cult and things that don't. And, you know, in the process, some things about BookTube seem a little bit cultish to me. So the first thing that seems cultish to me about BookTube is the community, that we refer to ourselves as the BookTube community. And we even kind of divide ourselves up into subsections. And sometimes we say our little corner of BookTube or our corner of BookTube. And we talk about ourselves as this kind of cohesive group. And in lots of ways, we actually are. Oftentimes, we say that we joined the BookTube community because something was missing from our lives. Specifically, we say, you know, we were missing out on people we could talk with about books and share ideas about books with, and that's why we joined the community. And then we frequently, in videos that we make, in which we have to talk about BookTube, the thing we oftentimes say we love the most about BookTube is the community of book readers and book lovers and people who like to share their joy of books. And that's what we like the most. And there's something kind of culty about referring to ourselves as the community. So a second thing that I think seems kind of culty about BookTube is kind of our shared values. You know, obviously, we're all a part of BookTube because we love books, we love reading, we love talking about books and reading. And so we share this kind of value for books and reading. It's important, you know, regardless of what we read. I think this crosses genre lines, it crosses levels of channels, that one of the things that all booktubers have in common is a love of books and reading. So there's that. But also one of the things I've noticed, having been around BookTube for a while, is that booktubers share a lot of other values. For instance, almost all booktubers I've ever run into are anti-censorship. You know, they participate in things like reading banned books, and they're outraged at efforts to ban books and get books out of libraries and all those kind of things. That's kind of a shared value. Even if we're talking about a book that we don't like, that we think is potentially dangerous or bad or racist or whatever, we still don't necessarily want that book banned. We just want people to be more aware of the things that we see in it that are, you know, problematic. So there's that. Also, I would just say I think that most booktubers are, generally speaking, open and tolerant of other people's points of views. This isn't always true, and you know, there's definitely drama and tension on BookTube from time to time, but we're generally an open and tolerant group. You know, we embrace the idea that whatever you want to read, you should read. Whatever brings you joy. We're tolerant, you know, of people of different, well, hopefully we're tolerant of people from different groups, racial groups, gender groups, etc. That we have that kind of tolerance, and generally speaking, I think that's true. And that we also share this value of supporting one another. That part of the BookTube community that's the best, the community that's the best, is the way that we support one another through things like commenting on one another's videos and watching one another's videos and giving shout outs to other channels and you know, participating in things that other people create on their channels. There's this real kind of shared value, I think, that kind of unites booktubers together and kind of creates this kind of cult-like atmosphere. And the third thing that I think that probably is the most culty thing of all, other than that community thing, are the rituals that are involved in BookTube. You know, one of the, you know, staples of most BookTube channels is the book haul. You know, buying books and then showing people the books you bought is kind of a ritual. There's also the initiation ritual, the BookTube newbie tag, whereas almost every channel does the BookTube newbie tag. And let me just encourage you, as a full-fledged cult member here, do the BookTube newbie tag if you're thinking about joining BookTube and making a BookTube channel. It's a great way to introduce yourself to the community, and it is a great way to get your channel noticed by other channels who will, going back to shared values, shout you out and support your channel. We also participate in the ritual of monthly or weekly sharing what we've read. We hold up books, we talk about the books we've read, and there's a certain ritualistic, aspect to that. Many of us actively, tacitly, on some level, follow book prizes, like the Booker Prize announcement, which was a couple of days ago. That's something that we follow, that we pay attention to, that we get excited about. There are all these kind of events that come up in the bookish world that people participate in. There are also things like buddy reads, where we join with one or two or three or more other people, and we all read the same book so that we can talk about this one specific book together. Some people host book clubs on their channels where you can read the same book and participate in discussion on Voxer or on what's the newfangled thing? Discord, where you can get together and talk and be a part of that community and share your thoughts. And then probably the biggest BookTube ritual of all are tags. This is Tag Tuesday. It even has a name. Or maybe this is the second biggest BookTube ritual of all. Tags. Tag Tuesday even has a name. And people create these tags where they ask questions. They tag other people who then do the video and tag other people. And so we have this kind of shared experience of watching the same videos and sharing our answers. This, I think, in a way binds us closer together in kind of a cult-like way. But probably now that I've said one was together, this is probably actually the biggest kind of cult-like thing that I think happens on BookTube. And that are the themed reading months or the events. It's hard to find a month that doesn't have some kind of a reading theme. Doesn't have some kind of a reading event, whether it's Garb August or Victober or Shake-Timber or March of the Mammoths or Black History Month or Pride Month, Jane Austen July. There are events, there are shared reading events, there are themed reading events for almost every month of the year, and every time you turn around, there are new ones. Remember December, read what you own challenges that people can and oftentimes do participate as they will. And again, these have the effect, I think, of creating more of the community aspect, and therefore, in some ways, creating more of a culty feel. Now, one thing I will say that BookTube doesn't have, which probably disqualifies it as being a cult, is we don't have a leader. Almost every cult that's ever existed has a leader, one person who is the acknowledged creator, leader, guiding force behind the cult. And BookTube doesn't have that, but we do have people whose BookTube channels are so large and so influential that they kind of seem like that. Now, we don't follow them slavishly like most cult people follow slave leaders, but I noticed that I think Jack Edwards was doing the Booker Prize broadcast, or Booker Prize live stream. He was a part of that, and we do have these recognized figures, and even if they don't know us, and if we don't contact them directly, we're definitely aware that they're out there, and they do exert some influence, positive, negative, benign, evil, over the community as such. Anyway, just my thoughts on whether or not BookTube is, in fact, a cult. I look forward to your comments in the comment section below, and as always, thank you for watching.